We recently saw a change to hook struggling, and now it seems like wiggling is following suit. We have a couple of leaks to go over in today's video. If you want to find out about that, just keep on watching. Hey there guys, my name's EarthToLydia. Welcome back to another Dead by Daylight video. Today we're going over something that I wouldn't usually cover, but that I think is very important. We've had some leaks lately to suggest that there is going to be a change to the wiggling mechanic. Now, as I mentioned at the start of the video, recently we saw hook struggling go from button mashing over to skill checks, and the same thing looks like it's going to be happening to wiggling on the killer's shoulder. So rather than having to smash A and D, this will instead be replaced by skill checks. Now, I'm not really sure how a penalty will work if you miss a skill check. I guess the wiggle meter will just go up automatically, and for any skill check failures, I guess it will just take a chunk off, which is not really what we see right now. There's also currently no word yet on how this will affect perks like flip-flop and power struggle. However, I do think this is a step in the right direction. So for anybody that plays on controller, you guys have to wiggle the analog stick back and forth, which I've got to admit, whenever I play on controller, I find that a little bit uncomfortable. It just doesn't feel like a very natural movement to me. And of course, this is a really nice accessibility feature for those that struggle to hit buttons in rapid succession. So rather than having to set up a macro or something along those lines, which will mash the buttons for you, now you only have one skill check to hit now and then. As far as I'm aware, this isn't going to change from the killer's point of view at all. It is purely from the survivors. But I would genuinely love to hear what you guys think about this change. With the changes to the hook struggling mechanic and the recent colorblind settings that we saw getting added, I personally think this is a really nice change and should make the game more accessible to everybody, regardless of any physical handicaps. But as always, let me know your feedback. I've heard a few people say that they're not too keen on this idea and they would like an option to choose between skill checks and button mashing, which I personally could see being quite harmless. Obviously with hook struggling, that's a little bit different. If you let people opt out, then you let them insta-kill themselves for other people in the game. But for wiggling, it's pretty harmless. There is something else that I want to go over today, which is actually from the 5-year anniversary stream, and that is we will soon be seeing an auto ban feature. So at the moment, the way that in-game reports are dealt with is an individual member of staff will need to go over each report that is sent, and they are looking to reduce this number that the staff have to moderate. So instead, they'll be bringing in an auto ban feature. They haven't quite said how this is going to work yet. We don't really have any further details than that. Personally, I would hope that this would be quite a large volume of reports that are needed before somebody is banned. I don't personally expect to see them reveal how the auto ban feature will work, but I'm hoping that that's the case. Obviously, if not, there's the potential that toxic players can just mass report somebody else, whether that's somebody that they're stream sniping, or maybe just somebody else that's not playing in their survivor friends group, or a killer that they didn't like playing against. And if they just send a bunch of reports, those people could be unjustly banned. A lot of the feedback that I've seen so far on this is quite negative, but I personally think that this could be a good feature if it's done right. So potentially disallowing people to send multiple reports to the same person, also making sure that they have to be the same kind of report. Maybe only one type of report will be auto banned, like for example people hacking in game, or even if certain words are said in the end game chat. Of course, now we have the chat filter, so it will pick up on when certain words are said, but I'm hoping it's a bit more thought out than it appears on face value. But anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. My social medias will of course be linked in the description, and if you want to ask me questions like this, you can do on twitch.tv/EarthToLydia or by joining my Discord server. As always, thank you all for making it this far into the video, and until next time, take care guys.